F40 builders, F40 builders, welcome back. Alrighty, so we've got a few updates today, heaps of stuff to look at. I'm just going to go through explaining the uprights in a bit more detail because I've put them online, but I've realised I need to probably explain in a bit more detail exactly how that all works. So I've laid the parts out on the table and show you the CNC billet uprights, because obviously they're a key critical part of the build. They hold the wheels and tyres on, they hold the brakes on, they hold the suspension together. Very important part as far as geometry as well. And then we'll also cover off some updates on the lights. So we've got some pretty cool stuff with the lights. And there might be some news on the chassis, which is also a major step. So let's swing it around. Beautiful day. That's winding down now. We're all settled in here. I took the truck out for a spin yesterday. Got some new 295s on the back. It was much better with them on the back, that's for sure. And obviously the F40 here, same position as usual. Alright, let's get into it. So I wanted to show you a little bit more detail around these uprights. So this one, well, firstly we've got the layout. So there's the four corners, that's laid out as per how the car will be. I've got my little notebook here as well, and that's got all my info around all the lights and all my dimensions and measurements and bits and pieces that I keep here. So these uprights, if I put this down, that's the front. Actually go this way, it's much brighter. Pick up some more light. So that's the bottom ball joint, we'll pick that up. This is the steering, picks up off the front. Top ball joint, obviously. And the axle, stub axle will come through. So then a wheel bearing is actually interference fit just as slightly in here. Press fit into here and bolts. And there'll be a stub axle coming through and the wheel on there. And obviously on the back is the brake caliper. So that'll be on the back. So that's as per same setup. So two of those. So what I'm talking about here is if we come over here and we look at the manual, if you can see that, you'll see the steering wheel, front left, front right. And that's the rear, all the engine and the rear wheels. I haven't talked about the rear wheels yet, but obviously they've got a drive shaft going through them. You see that there? So the fronts have the steering off the front of the front knuckles or hubs or whatever you want to call them. Alrighty, so then we've got the rears. The rear's obviously a little bit different. So the rears, stand them up here again. The rears, that's the bottom wishbone, comes off there, back to the car. Top wishbone's here, these holes. Top wishbone in there. And this position here, that top part there, that's for the shock mount, shock absorber, or the strut. It'll be coilovers. And then through the centre there, basically the drive shaft CV will just be sitting in the back here. And then we've got brake caliper mounts. I can't remember whether they're on the front or the back, but for the rear it doesn't matter because these uprights are universal. Now these uprights, you can't use these for original. So people have been asking to buy them. I mean, it's fine if someone wants them, we can do it. However, just be aware this dimension and center and dimensions here is all set up for a Mustang bearing, and therefore the position for our design of our stub axle and center wheel nut and everything is based on the position of that bearing, and these points for the caliper, our hat, rotor, bottom wishbone, top wishbone and shock absorber point. So if you wanted to use a different size bearing or a different type of bearing with a different geometry, it won't work. We'd have to redesign this center section around all those datums. So we can do it, and we can machine up some new ones, but these are specifically suited for a Mustang wheel bearing, which is obviously way cheaper, readily available, and so easy to put in. Okay, so that's a bit more detail on the uprights. And then if we go across here, finally got some beautiful little blinkers. Now these I've found Fiat blinkers. I can't remember, I think it was 158 or something. Anyway, they look like we're getting closer. We're getting closer to a fit. This is still the original tractor light that I started with, which is close, but it's square, and we don't want them square. The original lights were actually rectangle. I know what they were, and I've got the original dimensions and bits and pieces, so thanks to everyone on the F40 Builder site. They're SIEM, SIEM 16420s, the original ones. So that's all in my little book here. And then of course we have an actual headlight, so that's pretty cool. These are on lots of different cars, so actually not that hard to get. I mean, if you want one with an actual Ferrari or any emblem in the glass, you're in trouble, but I don't care about that. I just want a light that's exactly the same, which it is, apart from some little marks, which I'm not worried about. And that's out of a Mercedes, this one, so I'm just got to get another one. And then we're away with the headlights. Still quite expensive, but I mean, I think it was like $300 or $400 bucks, but at least it wasn't $2 grand, so we're getting there. So that's a bit of a quick update on some of the bits and pieces. I'm always referring to the manual. Headlight bits and pieces, we've covered off the uprights in a little bit more detail. When I start to assemble these, I'll do some more coverage. And then of course the body, which is literally a shell, which is all actually exactly the same. I've got to be honest with you, I have not had time to do anything to this. And it's winter now, which is not ideal. It's too cold to really do much. I will get back into it. There's been some nice days, especially with this Valance. I really want to get this sorted out. It looks pretty average at the moment, but we will get that sorted soon. I'm pretty happy with the way these bolt holes turned out. My stainless steel bolts and my aluminium inserts in there. I actually filled that rear with foam as well. I got expander foam in there so I could work on it like a surfboard, so that was pretty cool. So it's pretty strong. It's got aluminium in it now, and when I'm going 200 k's an hour in this thing, the rear wings hopefully not going to snap in half and fly off. That's always a bonus. Yeah, that's where we're at. I thought we better do a quick update. So thanks everyone. Like and subscribe, and we'll bring you some more content soon.